So obviously, the greatest league in the world is kicking off this weekend. Of course, the League of Ireland. What did you think I was going to say? And to celebrate, we are launching a brand new series here on the channel. Well, it's actually, I guess it's a spin-off of another series on the channel. We will be doing goal recreations for the League of Ireland every single month of the season. Yes, that's right. So I guess for a premiere of the series, if you like, this weekend we will be putting out a video trying to recreate 3 of the League of Ireland's best ever goals, and there are absolutely incredible ones in there, launching at 6 PM on Saturday. Okay, so the League of Ireland kicks off on Friday. Saturday is when that video is dropping. Be there or be square. Make sure you are subscribed with that bell notification on. I'm not speaking well this evening. Into the episode. Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name's Aaron Kelly and you're very welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Verdict. I hope you guys are keeping well and have had a good weekend. We're going to just get straight into things here. Make sure you leave a like on the video, lads, if you do go on to enjoy, and subscribe if you are new. It's very much appreciated and helps out the channel an awful lot more than you would know. So we have our graphic up in front of us with our green, yellow and red box, and I'm going to kick things off straight off the bat with giving our green box for this week to Liverpool, who I've just seen win the Merseyside derby by 2 goals to 0. Now look, Liverpool winning the Merseyside derby is no great feat on any given year. More often than not, they are the superior side in Merseyside. But I think it's the fact that going into this weekend, Liverpool were in such a rut and have been in such a rut for the last couple of months. The season has certainly not gone their way. Results have been poor, performances have been poor. They've lost a lot of players through injury, and overall the squad has looked fairly washed and the team has looked fairly washed, and it's kind of prompted a lot of people to suggest that maybe we are coming towards the end of the Jurgen Klopp era at Liverpool, and why I wasn't quite on that side of the fence just yet. It has been a surprise to see Liverpool be as bad as they have been. They believed they were bang on mid-table going into this game against Everton here tonight, and on paper I would have said this is going to be a very, very difficult game for Liverpool, and for a multitude of reasons really. Obviously we've talked about how poor they've been all season, how poor they've been particularly recently, how they were without a win so far in the calendar year. Everton, obviously new manager bounce, Sean Dyche, you never know what's going to happen. They've just come off the back of beating Arsenal, so confidence is going to be high. Everton nearly always raise their game for the Merseyside derby anyway, no matter what kind of form they're in. So on paper this was always going to be a bit of a difficult game for Liverpool, but it was anything but, incredibly. A 2-0 victory at Anfield in the Merseyside derby thanks to 2 brilliant breakaway goals from Mo Salah and Cody Gakpo with his first for Liverpool, and the difference between these two sides tonight was incredible. Everton looked like a side completely void of confidence, a side that were just absolutely happy to sit back and defend and didn't really look like they were showing kind of any ambition to win the game, which admittedly, going to Liverpool in a Merseyside derby, you're probably expecting to have a lot less of the ball. You're expecting to defend an awful lot more than you would in most games. Everton, especially under Sean Dyche, are going to be used to not having a lot of the ball anyway. But my god, they absolutely stunk up the gaff today. Yeah, they had a couple of players missing, but overall the performance level from Everton was just absolutely shocking. 2 brilliant breakaway goals, as I said. Liverpool looked back to their best. They really did. Really electrifying, really quick press, really good on the counter-attack, and that's kind of where both goals came from. 2 really good goals. Pickford, I don't know what he's doing for that first goal. Absolutely shocking positioning. And when they get that goal at the start of the second half, you didn't really feel like Everton had any kind of way back into the game. It never looked likely. But Liverpool move up to 9th and are now all of a sudden only 9 points off Newcastle in 4th, who they play this weekend. And you know, it's really just a run of games for Liverpool. That's as much they are away from being in the top 4, which is ultimately where they want to be come the end of the season. But the question will be, is this another false dawn? Obviously they beat Manchester City earlier on in the season. Things really haven't gone well for them since. Or are Liverpool officially back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yellow box we're not going to spend too long on, because Tottenham, man, I don't know what to make of this team. I honestly, Tottenham are the strangest club I think I've ever seen in my fucking life. Honestly, only Tottenham could go to Man City last week, get a win, and then go and get smashed by Leicester. Leicester. Now look, Tottenham have injuries, there's no doubt about that. I mean, Hugo Lloris, as dodgy as he's been at times, he's still an experienced goalkeeper, and bringing in Fraser Forster, a keeper who has had very little game time over the last couple of seasons, and certainly since he's come to Tottenham he's had little or no game time in a Tottenham shirt. But to go 1-0 up through Rodrigo Bentancur, who went on to do his ACL later on in the game, and he's now out for the rest of the season, which is a rather significant loss for them ahead of their end of the season. Obviously they'll play West Ham this weekend, but Tottenham completely fell apart from there. Only one side in it for the rest of the game, and to see that Leicester were just adding more and more goals just added insult to injury. And it's just a question of shocking how Tottenham can go, like I say, from beating Man City one week to getting smashed by a team like Leicester, who, let's make no mistake, are no great shakes. It's just incredibly Spursy. And I know, I mean, I can't really make much laugh about Spurs these days because of my club being so incredibly shit, but my god, Tottenham will never change. Tottenham will actually, this is Tottenham. The history of the Tottenham, as Giorgio Chiellini once said. Incredible stuff from Spurs, incredible stuff from Leicester, and certainly a result that made my eyes widen. They probably should have done for you as well, but it leaves Tottenham's top 4 hopes in the balance, and certainly in a weekend where a lot of clubs in and around that area have dropped points. Obviously Newcastle dropped points as well. It was a really good opportunity for Tottenham to make a statement, and they couldn't do it. Stinker of the week then, and once again we're talking about fucking VAR. I'm sick to death of this fucking thing. Okay, so I mentioned Arsenal already. You know, you guys know I don't like Arsenal. Obviously a big rival of Chelsea, but you'll also know me, I'm going to call it how it is. Arsenal were absolutely robbed of all 3 points against Brentford on Saturday through a VAR decision that's just simply despicable. There was a couple of VAR decisions this weekend, but I'm going to highlight 3 in this box. The Arsenal one is the first. Straight up, Ivan Toney goal should not count. I mean, awful decision. And Howard Webb has come out and apologised, saying that it's down to human error. Now, listen, okay, when you have the technology there, right, there is no excuse for human error. Apparently Lee Mason forgot to draw the lines. He forgot. Okay, so that's basically working in a restaurant and serving someone up an empty plate, just like nothing on it, and saying, oh shit, chef must have forgot to cook the food. How the fuck do you do that? How do you do that? Human error is one thing. The referee can maybe not see it in normal time, and that's fine, and that's why we have the technology. But once again, human error, it's not spotted. Incredible. Mario Lemina, right, gets sent off. I don't even know if this was a VAR decision, but it's another referee decision from over the weekend that I just think is fucking incredible. For running over to the referee in the Southampton Wolves game. That's what he got sent off for running over to him. Now, there is actually an official rule in the book that says once more than 2 players come over and complain to the referee about a decision, a red card can start being shown to people. And, you know, the referee in that particular game, not sure who it was, used that to its full potential, but even still, how have we ever seen a red card like that before? I certainly haven't. Unless Lemina said something fucking awful, then that makes sense, but it didn't seem like he did. It kind of just seemed like he ran over to the referee complaining about a decision, which is perfectly valid, actually. And the last one, and possibly the most despicable one, comes from the Chelsea game. Okay, obviously Chelsea playing West Ham, big London derby, London Stadium. Chelsea go 1-up thanks to João Felix, and for a short half an hour stint, I was not depressed to be a Chelsea fan. For the first time in a long time, Chelsea were looking really good in that first 30 minutes, and the goal was testament to that. Brilliant ball by Enzo Fernandez, João Felix. I mean, that link up, man, it was just brilliant. But West Ham equalised before half-time thanks to Emerson. Of course, because Chelsea absolutely love conceding to our former players. It's just that we must get something off it, to be honest. We must just get some sort of weird buzz off it, because it's happening far too fucking often at this point. Second half, West Ham kind of had to be a bit more resilient. Chelsea were definitely a lot poorer in that second half and didn't really show an awful lot of creativity. It didn't look like there was a plan in that second half. And then in the last minute of the game, right, Conor Gallagher takes a shot from the outside the box. Now, admittedly, a left-footed shot that's not going to cause Lucas Fabianski any sort of problem, but Thomas Soucek saves it. He saves it. He's going down and he's left his arm out like that. It struck him on the arm in the box, stopping the ball from going on target, because it was going on target otherwise. And they looked at it for a solid 3.2 seconds. Thomas Soucek actually had a goal ruled out by VAR. Declan Rice was offside from the initial cross in, and they spent 5 minutes to look at that. It took 5 minutes to make that decision, yet you look at the fucking Southcheck one and the Southcheck handball and you say, do you know what, that's fine. That is perfectly legal. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And now look, listen, it's not specifically a Chelsea thing. I mean, look, Chelsea got away, and this is something that the West Ham fans are rightfully pointing out. Chelsea got away with a big one back at the start of the season where I think a Cornet goal was ruled out in the last minute of the game when Mendy was deemed to have been fouled by Jared Bowen or someone like that. That wasn't a foul, and Chelsea got away with one there, and it's fair to say what goes around comes around, swings around and roundabouts. Chelsea got done badly on this one in the reverse fixture. I know, I get that, and I get the complaint. It doesn't even come down to rivalries or any of that kind of shit for me, right? It comes down to the greater good of football. And let me make no mistake here, right? VAR isn't the problem. VAR is going in the box, admittedly, but VAR isn't the problem. It's the English referees who haven't a breeze how to use it or how to do it. Like, there is zero excuse when you have the technology, when you have multiple replays, when you can see what we can see watching the game from home, what's happening, and you have absolutely no excuse for getting these kinds of decisions wrong. And again, it's just another stinky weekend for VAR. So either the Premier League scrap it or they get new referees, because it's getting very, very painful to watch. This is why you should watch your local team. Watch the league. If you're Irish, right? Watch the League of Ireland. Proper football without any of this fucking VAR bollocks. Anyway, that's my rant over, and that's my 2 cents on the issue of VAR. Once again, it's a talking point that we always seem to have to bring up on this channel, but let me know your guys' thoughts on it in the comments section down below. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. As I said, keep an eye out on the channel this week. We've got 2 football videos going out this week. Obviously, we've got the verdict coming out at 6 PM on Tuesday as you guys are watching this. There is a free kick video going out on Thursday, and that is an absolute banger. You guys are really going to enjoy that. And then we got the League of Ireland goal recreations going out on Saturday. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Leave a like on the video, as I said, if you did enjoy. It really does help me out. And subscribe if you are new around here, and I will catch you later.
I'm in the big leagues, Tony don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, hey, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now, so I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing.